many of these things, including maternal mortality, which is the other issue, this was an area of, even when we were in government, our weakness. You know, I came to medical termination through work that we did to figure out why was maternal mortality so high. The third cause of maternal mortality of Guyana in the early 90s was illegal abortions. And so we decided that the first two, which was women going to the clinic early, women getting proper care and during the delivery process, pre and during labor, postnatal, were areas that we had to build on. We're in trouble with that. So the third one was the easier one, I thought, to make a big radical change, because women were dying of botched up abortions. Women were permanently maimed as a result of botched up abortions, and of course the cost to the health sector. So that's how we came to the third cause. The first two causes took us years to get help from PAHO, UNFPA, UNDP, to be able to train and to improve our midwifery skills and the way the doctors dealt with the patients, etc., etc. And brought in the breastfeeding, which had gone out of fashion, and the kind of baby being with the mother in the hospital bed, the little cradle on the side, because this was a way of ensuring that women breastfed, etc., etc. So it has been a long road, and even, I said, even for us with the Millennium Development Goals, we had made some successes, but not enough on maternal mortality. Now the maternal mortality is scary. It's worse. And I remember as a Minister of Health, I called in a young doctor. We had had a maternal death, and we'd had an investigation. I saw the report, and I called in the young doctor who was involved and the chief medical officer to go through what had happened. And the young doctor said to me, well, women die in childbirth. And I said, not on your Nelly, this is 1994, what are you talking about? No, this is not to happen. And so I talked to the chief medical officer. I don't think he should be in obstetrics and gynecology. I think he belongs in another area, not OBGYN. And so later on he became a cardiac surgeon, a very good cardiac surgeon, but OBGYN was not his area. So maternal mortality is still of great concern in Guyana, and again, a combination of sexual reproductive health issues. Whether you're spacing, whether it's planned or not, whether you are going to the health centers to be properly monitored, whether the doctors are paying enough attention, and the nurses, when they are referred to another hospital, a specialized hospital or a tertiary hospital, are they being treated with respect and being monitored correctly? And then, of course, the horrors of labor. And so when as a woman, as a mother, as a grandmother now, maybe I was silly when I first got my kids, because I didn't realize how dangerous this thing is. And now my daughters have had children. I go into all sorts of contortions, because now you realize what are the risks involved and stuff like that. So this whole thing about delivery is a natural thing, and so it's perfectly natural. Yes, it's natural because we're the ones that have the gender-specific responsibility, but this is fraught with dangers, and it requires a whole spectrum of professionals, health professionals who care, who respect, carry the patient right through safely, the baby right through safely, and in the postnatal period. So that these are some of my concerns relating to health, and UNFPA and myself and the former head got along very well, both when I was in health, and then later even when I became advisor on governance, the issues of gender issues, governance issues.